Hi, this is Malcolm Holcombe, and you're at the Extended Play Sessions here in Norwood, Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, good to be here. Howdy, folks. And you're watching Extended Play Sessions. And the name of this song is Mountains of Home. I hadn't played it yet. Wait a minute. They sing about cities, brag about steel. World's seven wonders I cannot feel. Telephone lines run out of sight, and they're taken for granted when I'm passing by. My heart loses time, and where has it gone? Your love has the answer. Mountains of home. Talk about buildings, modern and nice. They throw away memories to keep me surprised. Longer I live through God's love and grace, further I travel, find my own way. My heart loses time, where has it gone? Your love has the answers in the mountains of home. Pray for our children, and they grow up so fast, seeking their fortunes in every sunrise. We drifted apart, chasing silver and gold. Lord, when will we learn to wander no more? My heart loses time. Where has it gone? Your love has the answers in the mountains of home. My heart loses time. Where has it gone? Your love has the answers in the mountains of home. Your love has the answers in the mountains back home. Rise in the road right here. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Good to be back in town. Good to be back. This is a nice place. It's bigger and glad to be back here at in Norwood. So he's going to go ahead and. There you go. Watch your fingers, people. Cool in Savannah, like the last time I know. It's cool in Savannah, like the last time I know. Feel lost and hurting, thirsty like before. Ain't nobody see me when I look 'em in the eye. Ain't nobody see me when I look 'em straight up in the eye. They just stare behind my back, don't care about if I die. Raining in Savannah, my bones are aching all the time. Raining in Savannah and my poor bones, Lord, that are aching all the time. That undertaker's mean and ugly, humming in the pines. You know, it's a crazy way of dying, sinking low down in my head. It's a crazy way of dying, sinking low down in my head. I'm deep below the sunshine. This here's a cold and lonely bed. Crowded in the ground, Lord. Nobody knows my name. Crowded down here in the ground and nobody knows my name. Everybody's in a box. And everybody looks the same. Yellow fever's awful bad. I ain't got no money for a bill. The yellow fever's awful bad, and I ain't got no money for a bill. I've been buried here alive. There ain't nobody gonna tell. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Getting excited in broad daylight. Yeah. Daylight gets me excited. And a big old strong cup of coffee. Oh, there you go again, Lord. I'll chop my head off. Tune called Yours No More. My wife was adopted as a baby, and her mother was raised in Charleston, West Virginia. And my wife's adopted mother's father, Joseph Mikowski from St. Petersburg, Russia, brought his wife Marta from St. Petersburg, Russia, to work the coal mines in West Virginia outside of Charleston. And we didn't throw his ass out, did we? No, we didn't. I'm glad we didn't, because then I wouldn't have met my wife for 16 years, you know. And so it's kind of sad to me, kind of pisses me off that this new regime's kind of got its priorities all screwed up, among other things. Kind of pisses me off, you know. So, and this called Yours No More. Remember this thing here. You build all our bridges and you mined all our coal. fought for freedom and you died in our wars. Steel workers in the factories and your back breaking plows. Sweating and dreaming made my home free and proud. Send me your tide and poor, sick, suffering. Send them to me. Send them to me. Ellis Island is yours no more. Been thrown out of England for misdeeds and blood. You journeyed and you dared by God's grace and love. But now I once was a beggar and a robber and a liar. At the mercy of handouts and government lawyers. Send to me your tide and poor, sick, suffering. Send them to me. Send them to me. Ellis Island is yours no more. Why do we suffer and the homeless we cry? Memories, justice, and tears in your eyes. Yeah, say I don't know nothing, seems like less every day. Little bit older, the harder the way. Send me tired and poor, sick, suffering. Send them to me. Send them to me. Ellis Island is yours no more. Angel Island is yours no more. Ellis Island is yours no more. Thanks. My wife got me a guitar tuner. My wife got me a guitar tuner a while back for some reason. I got a banana in my ear. These folks been drinking, haven't you? Last night it was these guys over here, and now they moved to the middle, working their way over there, I guess. I always get paranoid doing this tune because there ain't a drummer behind me. I get paranoid when there is a drummer behind me. Bumper to bumper, going west and the rain slowing down and the bottom fell out. You can smell that money going round and round, dirty smoke blowing up in the air. Dirty smoke blowing up in the air. It's a one-room shack and a one-room school, bad news in the Pigeon River. Sawmill sawdust stuck in your lungs and your head can't hear thunder. Your head can't hear thunder. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? For $1 a day on the river. Down the bill say hold the keys to the city. Eat your supper, son. Forget it. Speaking in tongues, strung out on the gospel, something I know nothing about. He knows every word to the great speckled bird, Mr. 40-year paper mill man. 40-year paper mill man. Third shift, sunrise, mouths to feed, putting food on the table, amen. Blood's thicker than water when you give a damn. It's the 40-year paper mill man. 40-year paper mill man. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? For $1 a day on the river. Band, the bill say, oh, the keys to the city. It's your supper, son. Forget it. Forget it. Son of gun, another man, and God knows every nail and dime. Driven and spent from the ground up to heaven for 40-year paper mill man. 40-year paper mill man. There's a power more greater than me and you, and there's a plan I just don't understand. Sawmill blade made a bird in the hand for a 40-year paper mill man. 40-year paper mill man. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? For $1 a day on the river. Down the bill say hold the keys to the city. It's your supper, son. Forget it. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? For $1 a day on the river. Down the bills, I hold the keys to the city. Eat your supper, son. Forget it. Forget it. Thanks. Thanks. All right. The happy middle. Happy in the middle. Happy in the middle. Well, my uncle used to, thanks, man. Nice hospitality. Thank you, Jerry. And these people are documenting the demise of folk music right here this evening. There it goes, man, down the tubes. Well, it was pretty good yesterday, but boy, man, down the tubes. But my uncle used to preach on the radio, rest his soul, and Southern Baptist Fire and Brimstone. You probably heard about that stuff, you know, a lot lately, probably. And used to hear him preach on the radio. I couldn't understand a word he said, but there's art to that. Somebody said there's art to that when you can't understand him. But there was 4 words that I do remember him saying as a child when you just listened to him on the radio in western North Carolina. We could pick him up. And them big old radios with big wooden knobs. And he'd say, "Send me $1!" And that's all I remember understanding what he was. I guess that's part of the fire and brimstone was, "Send me $1!" I mean, I didn't have any money, you know. I was selling grit, you know. But anyway. But he also, rest his soul, told me, he said, son, you got to learn how to play lead in D. And, of course, that pissed me off, too. Of course, everything pisses me. I'm sorry. So I thought about him a little bit, trying to make up a country tune, and this is a record that we were talking about a while ago, and called Down the River, and this is in C sharp for all the aficionados and the people with an education that can tell me what I'm talking about tomorrow. And the demise of folk music is I celebrate that this evening here with you guys. And it's called Down the River. I said that, I guess, didn't I? They make the laws to suit themselves, the ones that buy and sell. The rest of us down the river, the rest of us don't need the touch, taking more than just enough to get by down the river. Down the river we pray for one another. Down the river we hold on to our dreams. Down the river the hard times makes us stronger to get back. Leave this world behind down the river. Bed to lay me down tonight, working hands to hold you tight, my darling, and me down the river. Far away the memories, simple days remaining, and our broken hearts down the river. Down the river we pray for one another. Down the river we hold on to our dreams. Yeah, down the river the hard times make us stronger to get back. Leave this world behind down the river. Little ones we love and our faith in blood, God above, they will last forever down the river. Down the river we pray for one another. Way down the river we hold on to our dreams. Down the river hard times makes us stronger to get back. Leave this world behind, way down the river. Down the river, the hard times makes us stronger to get back. Leave this world behind, down the river. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. Boy, this is a nice place. Y'all been here before? Yeah, man. Cool. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Just you enjoy that, don't you? You ought to see him smile when he does that. He's like a possum eating sawbriars. He says, boy, and that's Jerry. You folks know the folks that work here. Great job, man. God, this is, this is nice, ain't it? A lot of good food there, and it's, nice and dark with blue lights and dark and blue. Yeah. So don't forget to vote in the midterms, people. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just a little bit left of the middle, like out of sight left. And a friend of mine said I'm a little bit left of mouth, say tongue, just a little bit. But somewhere with that. So I was explaining to my wife a while back my knowledge of world history, and of course, if you like to have a highball or a sip or of a little toddy or you tip a little bit, or maybe a case of beer in the morning to level out. I don't know. And you might find yourself in an unusual place every now and then, as I did. Found myself in places where you can't get out of very easily until they tell you to. And then, so I hadn't had a drink in a little while, so I still end up in puzzling places. And one was Plymouth, England. It's like 7 hours without a cigarette, and that pisses me off. I'm sorry, but it's a bad day, And so I was over there chain smoking with this guy with long hair and a beard, and he had a Bic lighter. And I was trying to listen to this fellow spouting off his knowledge of the Mayflower stopping by there in the 15th century in Plymouth, England, where the sign was. And he said, nah, man, it stopped over there where there ain't no sign and all this and that and the other. And about being cynical and wrong. I'd rather be cynical than wrong. And I don't know, some kind of intellectual psychology that just eludes me. And it's called Damnation Alley over in Plymouth, England. And I thought that was a lovely name to share with you guys. And I was telling my wife about Damnation Alley, where the rapists and the murderers and the thieves and the brothels and the whores and the drunkards and the, ne'er-do-wells and the folks having a good time, And, of course, the criminals were on the Mayflower. Ha! They were on their way to Australia. We got second dibs on that. So, so my wife says, why don't you write a song about Damnation Alley? And that pissed me off, too. No, don't tell me what to write. My song. I didn't tell her that. So she'll probably find out soon enough. But so it stuck in my head all day long, and so I decided to scratch out a little ditty called "The New Damnation Alley." Ha! Isn't that clever as hell? Yeah. Well, this will be on a new record, Lord willing, put the cart before the horse, and I'm glad to see a couple of friends that helped make that thing possible. Marco Giovanni's here this evening, and so is Sam Bacon. And so cross your fingers, it might get out before it's over with. This is called The New Damnation Alley, something like this. Bloody curtains in Plymouth, dried out in St. John's. Making a living in my skin out of town. Feeling my age, feeling cynical and wrong. Too scared to believe I belong anymore. Huge rolling in the evening, not a crumb for bum. Bet your bottom dollar one day he gonna run. Billionaire barbarians, old cutthroat history breeds. Old money drags a poor man down the new damnation alley. New damnation alley. Truth takes a beating like a whipping boy screams. The rich guy is smiling for the kings and queens. Limousine liners, clipper ships for slaves. Oh, street to street, shore to shore. Billionaire barbarians, cutthroat history breeds. Old money drags a poor man down the new damnation alley. The new damnation alley. Coast to coast, face to face. See the lovely children tore up inside. Stories tell their times and the names and the graves, covered up by the love we forgot to save. Billionaire barbarians, old cutthroat history breeds. Old money drags poor man down the new damnation alley. The new damnation alley. Billionaire barbarians, old cutthroat history breeds. Old money drags poor man down the new damnation alley. The new damnation alley. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks, kids. Thank you. Let me do you a Christmas song. Just I know. Thinking about marketing and retail and stuff like shooting pool. You got to think 3 shots ahead. Christmas tree lights and they burn in the daytime and the sun shines bright in the valley below. And the wind cuts through you like memories do her, and the words of December got no place to go. She prayed on her knees, cried in the bedroom, 81 years left a spark in her eyes. She was ready, willing to die any minute. She tried to help me, Lord knows she tried. What's done has been done in different positions. They serve us a while and they're tossed by the way. And blood of my past still runs warm and tender. The words of December got no place to go. Free spirits shiver on the road, freedom and living a dream and leaving what's right. And the conscience of winter freezes plenty. The words of December got no place to go. What's done has been done in different positions. They serve us a while and they're tossed by the way. Well, the blood of my past still runs warm and tender. And the words of December got no place to go. Listen and wonder, and church bells are ringing, and the ground is crackling and frozen below. Sunshine don't matter, and the distance you're after, and the words of December got no place to go. What's done has been done in different positions. And they serve us a while, then they're tossed by the way. The blood of my past still runs warm and tender. The words of December got no place to go. What's done has been done in different positions. And they serve us a while and they're tossed by the way. But the blood of my past still runs warm and tender. And the words of December got no place to go. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you, bro. I know. So the moral of the story is, without, and it's a long story. It's horrific, and I'll tell you one day, baby. But the moral of the story is if your dog tells you what to do, and his lips don't move, don't do it. Yeah, you laugh because you haven't heard the whole story. So, and I appreciate Jonathan Edwards singing this tune. I've never met him, but he can sing better than I can. It's called another Down song. It's called Down in the Woods. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're excited. I know she always like that, man. Yeah. You know, just take her when you take her out. Yeah. Most of the time, that's cool, man. That's cool. All right. Way down in the woods is far from the highways, and away from the moments unnoticed and gone. Way down in the woods, touching moss so soft on the dead woods, dying in time's fertile arms. Thank God for the stars, these ones in the heavens. Thank God where you are, your traveling steps. Way down in the woods, I will go for my rest. Way down in the woods, Lord, I will go. Way down in the woods, a dog would survive around the blades of the briars, Virginia pines. Way down in the woods, in the ivy lay sleeping, patiently waiting sunlight to find. Thank God for the stars, each one's in the heavens. Thank God where you are, your traveling steps. Way down in the woods I will go for my rest. Way down, down in the woods I will go. Way down in the woods, the wind knows the way to carry the voice of sweet angels have made. Way down in the woods, walking close to my heart, and turn loose with my tongue and thank God for the stars. Thank God for the stars, these ones in the heavens. Thank God where you are, your traveling steps. Way down in the woods I will go for my rest. Way down, down in the woods I will go. Thank God for the stars, these ones in the heavens. Thank God where you are, your traveling steps. Way down in the woods I will go for my rest. Way down, down in the woods I will go. Thanks a lot, thank you. Thanks a lot. Man. Oh, man, I'm all right, man. How you doing? Yeah. I wish I could do that. Well, I could do that, man. I'd get that dog to quit barking at home. Let's see here. All right, we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Yeah, we did that one. We could do that one. No, we could do that. Hold on. Okay. Got you. Oh, man, I was grooving like hell, too. Well, I mean, that is just, oh, yeah. Boy, these guys in the middle are, man, boy, you guys been just slamming them down, haven't you? You're going to end up on the left out of sight. Out of sight on the left. All right, you ready, brother? All right, man. September keeps missing someone in your arms, someone you remember for always. And the garden of roses lay red on the ground, frozen souls of the voices. The nicotine shade cannot cover the window. The sunset besets you to gaze. The impossible places where bitterness waits to carry you deeper insane. Lay down your head. Your mouth cannot move. For the hearts of the dead leave you empty. Hell with you and your selfish bad luck. And your pity for me is wasted. And I curse and I beg in September, I dread the shackles too heavy for reason. Lay down in your head. Your mouth cannot move. For the hearts of the dead leave you empty. Florida sunshine baked my bones, all my life have been cold. Bronchitis, Winston cigarettes, I laid in bed alone. Texas smile and a backbone heart stole me from my home. Yeah, one more city, one less child, and we traveled where the money was good. New York City lights stay on, Philadelphia knows. As a working man is a working man, makes a delicate flower grow. And them Cormac words too many to read, living in my mind. Seacrest fast on top of the others, troubles left behind. Ain't a soul on earth I can call a friend when darkness settles in. Another man in another town don't help me in my pain. New York City lights stay on, Philadelphia knows. As a working man is a working man, makes a delicate flower grow. God helps you when you help yourself. How's he gonna help me? And that boy of mine thinks double time. Now nobody thinks of me. And I cried all the river is wide from the Rio Grande to here. Homes got flooded, people got drowned, leaving Anna suffering. New York City lights stay on, Philadelphia knows. I say a working man is a working man, makes a delicate flower grow. New York City lights stay on, Philadelphia knows. I say a working man is a working man, makes a delicate flower grow. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Get down. Well, you're already down. Stay down. All right. There was an old friend of mine that we had this gig back in about 75, 76, 76, 77, and this guy was playing pinball right over there, you know, and he wouldn't stop playing pinball. We was trying to pick a little bit, you know, and they go ding, 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 and you know, of course, he was using his body language, and he was just beating on that pinball machine to get it to go in the hole where it's supposed to go, you know. That's back when it was 3 plays for a quarter. And so I was just standing there watching what was going on, and my buddy kept asking him, please stop playing the pinball machine for a while. Ignored him, you know. So a buddy of mine took his pocket knife out and went over there and pulled the damn plug out from the thing, cut the plug off with his pocket knife like that, and threw it over there, you know. I was saying, oh shit, boy, there's gonna be trouble now. And you know, they're like, oh Lord. And the guy just turned around and walked out. But there you go. Yeah. action, best left alone. Long crowded days were the young girls, the foolish, and I never paid mind to the time. Three plays for a quarter 40 years ago. The pinball racket never stopped. And you busted jaws and you black eyed as Susie, and the evening just dragged along. Go on, spill your guts and complain. Ain't nothing left but a change. Don't you worry too much about your pretty little troubles. Thank God you ain't never the same. Skinny as a rail, fat, dumb and happy, kicking up dust inside. Ain't one red nickel gonna bring you luck when you broke his hell inside. Go on, spill your guts and complain. Ain't nothing left but a change. Don't you worry too much about your pretty little troubles. Thank God you ain't never the same. Spend the hard times we've been going through. Yeah, I believe if you struggle missing good old days, you ain't done much to liver the blues. Don't spill your guts and complain. There ain't nothing left but a change. Don't you worry too much about your pretty little troubles. Thank God you ain't never the same. Yeah, now spill your guts and complain. Ain't nothing left but a change. Don't you worry too much about your pretty little troubles. Thank God you ain't never the same. Ain't never the same. You ain't never the same, yeah. Thanks. Thank you very much. All right. Y'all take care of yourself. God bless you. Dios te bendiga. You're going to chain smoke and touch each other right now. I do stuff like that thinking about Bush trying to get out of the damn Chinese embassy. It's still funny as hell. Oh, Lord. Well, thanks for sticking around and all of your support here for this extended play. So This is nice, isn't it? Blows me away. This is well, I got a chance. It's weird, you know, just, you know, folks are so kind and have strengthened my faith in people over the years, and you folks here this evening, and that's no bullshit. And, you know, I appreciate you guys, the way people are kind to each other. Yeah, it's just amazing. It teaches me a lesson every breath that I need to remember, and get a chance to sing with this beautiful spirit, an Irish folk singer, and her name is Maura O'Connell. And if you ever heard of her, you know, she's a wonderful and the warm spirit she is. And if you haven't heard of her, please check her out. She makes every song her own. Maura O'Connell, and a true Irish folk singer. Got a chance to sing this tune with her, and I'll play a couple here. And this is one called A Far Cry From Here. I remember this one. And I've heard misfortune losses and the wasted ways before me by the cost of giving someone time enough for spending love only borrowed. I place to myself at ease. I've been listening to the lies of self-belief, wanting something close enough for keeping a far cry from here. But even still, the night is passing. Love behind the heart and emptiness still follows. My shoulder rests, the road I only follow. Love only borrowed. I believe in ways than these. Speaking of the deer who has been spared, innocence so near, they're a far cry from here. Now some are sad, but true to know. But there's belonging when you're longing for someone. My shoulder rests, the road I only follow. Love only borrowed. But I believe in ways than these. Speak another deer who has been spared. Innocence so near, but they're a far cry from here. A far cry from home. But as some have said, true to know when there's belonging when you're longing for someone. You're longing for someone, Lord, and you're praying for them. You're crying for them, praying and you're crying. I believe in ways than these. Speak another deer who has been spared. Used to be the east side. Drug me down too far, and I wallowed in my bad moods. Hollered in the dark, spent all my time dying and losing. Every single thought of a precious tiny hand, holding on and turning cold, beating up old memories of never good enough, leaving all your laughter and your kindness way behind, way behind. There used to be squandered dollars from your sweat, or the last words that I heard going out the door, you said, and all the neighbors all remember the fancy funeral homes that I never set a foot in. Comfort anyone, beating up old memories of never good enough, leaving all your laughter and your kindness way behind, way behind. Oh, Lord have mercy, now, then. Shadows follow clouds too heavy with my tears. Hold back even now, beating up old memories of never good enough, leaving all your laughter and your kindness way behind, way behind. Thank y'all. God bless you. Thank you right here. Norwood Extended Play Session. See you in a minute.
Go. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for an interview, but in the meantime, posters. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I think we already started the interview actually. One or two topics already covered. Now get a poster signed. It's awesome. Designed by Bill, of course. Brand new CD. Got another one coming out in September. Come on back. Thanks.
Check one. This is good right here.
There we go. Hello.
Oh, did she? I'll give her a big howdy.
All right. You can pull that a little closer now. Great job tonight, brother.
Well, thank you, Bill. Glad to be back always. You got a great crew. Thanks, man.
You know, you mentioned the if your dog's talking to you and his lips ain't moving, don't listen to him.
All right.
And I wanted to, the poster tonight has the Mars rover scooping up some peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
And so the last time Malcolm was here,
I get it.
I asked him a question. I said, "Is all of your music kind of come from a dark place?" And he said, "Well, I ain't never ate a peanut butter sandwich on Mars, so I can't really write about it." I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever heard in my life. So it was the inspiration for tonight's poster. Let me ask you that question again. I mean, tonight seemed a little different to me. As deep lyrically as the music is, seems like you're in a I don't want to say a happier place, but maybe you're in a. Are you in a more comfortable space?
Not really. You know, to be honest with you, but that's just. But you know, my next oldest brother's got some age on him, and he's pushing 80. But you know, he's a retired school teacher down in Western North Carolina. But he said, leave him with a laugh, you know. And I know that a lot of some folks in here, when you're on the cusp of middle age, you might reach back to, you know, some of the old vaudevillians and how very professional and heartwarming they were, but you know, and they did their shtick, whatever it was, whether it was acting or whether it was, you know, song and dance or soft shoe, whatever it was. But they got the audience to laugh, and so I figured, well, you know, in these devastating times with this regime especially, then, you know, if I can muster up a grin, then it helps me too, you know. You know, it strengthens my faith and, you know, in the goodness of people. And but you know, some people wear their heart on their sleeve and stuff, and I don't. Of course, I'm sure my wife is ready to stick bananas in her ears, but and, you know, some close friends. But don't get me wrong; these are devastating times. These are some of the worst times in my experience and recollection. But I mean, people still got friends and kids and families and babies, and you're working here, keeping the, you know, the wonderful vibe thing going here. People got to carry on, and then I think that even as computers and smartphones kind of are building a wall of isolation, But then at the same time, I see people that are just, spending more time with neighbors and family and friends, so I think that's. I don't know what the bridges are, but we don't need any damn walls. We got enough walls, and that we need bridges. If it's laughter, if it's a smile, people can reach down deep inside and. Even my oldest sister-in-law, and she was cut open like a damn hog, at slaughter time, with a heart trouble on her deathbed, I mentioned an old song, and she smiled, So, we got a smile in us, and we've got, most people have a good heart to share.
So in times like this, you're a historian. A lot of your music comes from historical perspective. The song about the bells, and that was what they gave you a bell just in case they buried you alive. You'd ring the bell.
Right. Yeah. That's what they did. If you had yellow fever.
Yeah.
Back in those days, and the rich people were able to buy a bell, and then maybe you could hear the bell when they came up out of their coma.
Yeah. So anyway, from that, as times are the way they are right now, music can do two things. Music can be the alarm, and music can be the thing that kind of makes you aware. Music can also be the place where you go to hide, and or you go to seek a little bit of refuge and take yourself away from what's going on all around you. It's kind of what we do here. It's a place where you can come and just forget about everything else that's going on around you and just sort of, sink yourself into the music, into the vibe, into the community that we have here. And it's a great community of people. And so,
That's you guys.
Music can do that. Music can have a double role in times like this. Are you writing about what's going on around you right now? I mean, if this new album that you're working on, what are we looking at? September, right?
Yeah, it's already recorded and in the can. And
so the songs, are they songs that are any of them about what's going on around you? What's kind of swirling around you right now?
Well, that's going to be up to the listener if people choose to listen to decide that. I just they said an old saying that if you sling enough bologna against the wall, some of it will stick. So it's up to you guys whether you want mustard on it or not.
Well, there's the next poster. That's next year's poster right there, a bunch of bologna on the wall with some mustard. The other poster from the second time you were here actually has the dog writing "Go see Malcolm Holcombe," and his lips ain't moving.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. No, I'm good, Jerry. Thank you. Tell me about the new album. We've got Marco here tonight that's doing some work on that album, and Sam's here tonight.
Yeah, we recorded it last January at Marco Giovanni's basement, and it was a balmy 3 or 4, so I was telling my wife, was watching the weather report. This was between the 3rd and 4th nor'easter that you guys enjoyed up here, and I guess your wool socks are still drying out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And so this dear friend I've worked with from California, Brian Brinkerhoff, came up with an idea, who had worked with and befriended Marco, that let's go to Boston in January. And I said, well, I don't drink anymore, so I guess.
Might have been a good time to take that up again.
Yeah. So I brought, we all chipped in our thoughts and stuff. And Jared Tyler from Tulsa, Oklahoma, again, done a few records with him. And he came from Tulsa. And my wife, really loved Greg Brown, and he's married to Iris DeMint, the lovely woman, and they're both lovely people. And so I was really wishing for a female vocalist on this effort, and my wife mentioned Iris DeMint, and so she had a wonderful idea there, and I got a hold of Greg, and so they came from Iowa City. Blows me away, and of course it all blows me away, and so let's see, and Sam, we call him Sam Bacon, but he's here also this evening. He's the engineer on that project. And Sam, where are you? There he is, with his lovely fiancée Shannon, and so yeah, these guys right here are the brains, and so we just got together and they flipped the switch and we caterwauled, and but don't cross your fingers, but you know, we hope it'll be out in September, Bill.
Did you do anything tonight from the new album?
Yes, a song called New Damnation Alley.
Which was great.
That'll be well, I think I remember most of the words to that one. So. Yeah, it's but yeah, man, and so it's a real pleasure to be here. It's such a warm audience and friends that have been supporting you guys, and it's.
Well, hey, man, you know, look, you came to Lenox Street. You know, you gave us a shot when we were on Lenox Street, and I mean, I look back at all of the artists that actually came when we first started out, and we were just trying to make it work, and you know, we had so many people that thought what we were doing was important enough, and we were thrilled to death that you thought that it was important enough to, you know, set some time aside to do it. And there were lots of others, Marcia Ball and the Bottle Rockets, and you know, just so many other artists that came and gave us a shot. You were one of them, and I, you know, really appreciate that.
I'm trying to be of service, and that's you know, try to participate, you know, and
tell me something. Do you write on the road when you're on the road?
Sometimes I'll scribble something down, you know, but you know, I mean, everybody's a songwriter. You know, I mean, everybody is. You know, I mean, we all tell stories and write songs and write words and stuff. And or we text them or we type them or whatever we do with it, but you know, just I mean, even what's that fellow's name that just passed away? That was a great scientist that was been in a wheelchair all his life, you know, paraplegic.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, he could communicate, and what a genius he was. So I mean, you know, we're all, you know, there's nothing. I ain't, you know, I'm just vanilla, man. I ain't tutti frutti. There's a couple up here, you know. But I just soon stick to vanilla myself.
What do I do with that? What do I do? I'm not. You're chocolate chip mint, man. You're like, I don't know. You're not just telling stories, man. You're I don't know, man. You're like an epic writer, man. I mean, stuff you're writing is insanely good.
Yeah. Well,
I've been listening to you for a long time, man. I mean.
Well, if you want to check out something good, with my mentors, of course, is Steve Earle, and he's got this song I just heard recently is Michelangelo. Yeah, you heard that tune, and also David Olney has a new record out, and those are two people right there.
Olney was here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man, it just.
Oh, yeah. I mean, David Olney to me is like, you know, when I started editing some of the footage that we had done that night, and I just kind of sat back in my chair and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this guy's Mike Kerouac. I mean, he's like a beat poet, and I just was absolutely mesmerized, same as I am when I'm watching you, but just completely mesmerized by David Olney. And the fact that he had Dan Seymour with him. You know Dan?
No, I don't know the gentleman, but I know
You know, he plays with the
Right.
upright bass
Right.
player, Dan Seymour, and
Right.
just what those two guys were doing together, it could have been, you know, somewhere in the East Village in the 1950s, and it just had this great grit to it. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. I'm glad you're a fan of David Olney, because
Oh,
he's a
man.
big fan of yours as well.
Yeah, I've been a fan of his since about 1990, but I mean, he just he blows me away. You know, it's, you know, I mean, perspectives and stuff. It just really just, you know, it's like a punch in the face. Every battling eye is a punch in the face, man. Every twisted tonsil is just like another butter knife in the ribs, you know. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, he just, you know, he gets my attention.
Well, that would do it. Yeah, that would definitely do it. You don't have any, we've talked about this before, but probably a lot of the people haven't. You don't really have any kind of a process when you're writing. You just kind of let these things sort of fall into place in your head, and then you kind of parse them out that way.
Well, the pencil doesn't levitate. I can't levitate my pencil. I have to pick the sumbitch up, you know. 'Cause I can't remember shit, you know. So, but you know, I can't just say.
So you, I knew this was coming. I just knew this was coming. So let's go back to the album. I want to talk a little bit more about the album. Tell me some more about the writing on this new record. I loved the song that you did tonight, and that's a cool story that you told with it about Plymouth and
Right.
you know. So tell me some more about what else, you know, what other subjects have you tackled on this new record?
I'm just trying to, you know, avoid the yellow brick road, and I mean, you know, I guess we're just waiting to see what people can.
Are you doing a lot of that material out on the road right now?
No, sir, that's the only song right now.
Just that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Is that by choice?
No, I just can't remember the other ones. Well, you know, I'm not going to learn them until, you know, because I don't want to wear them out.
Is that really? Truthfully, is that really the kind of the way that you go about that when you're doing? You've got a new record coming out. You wait until the record's out before you start doing the material live?
I'm doing it now, and I don't know about, you know, I can't remember in the past, but yeah, I just try not to beat a dead horse, you know.
How much touring are you?
Horse fans.
How much touring are you doing right now?
As much as you know, as much as we can. You know, my wife has been gracious for 16 years to keep me off the couch, and here in the States, and so I'm.
We should give a shout out to Cindy tonight too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's watching. I know she's watching. Cindy, shout out to you.
Yeah, she's my angel baby, and the best mashed potatoes you ever put in your mouth.
Yeah, you invited me. You know, you invited me
Well,
down.
you better come down. I ain't seen you.
You invited me down. You said,
Well,
"Come
I
on
know it's
down.
hard
I'll
to
give you
get
some
down
mashed
there.
potatoes and tap
Yeah,
water."
well, yeah. Yeah, well.
I'm waiting for that. I'm coming down there. Mashed
Well,
potatoes
come
and
on
tap
down,
water.
and we might have something to stick in. Stick on your plate. Besides that,
I'm there.
we'll
I'm
boil
there.
some hot dogs. I don't know. What's wrong with that? You eat boiled hot dogs up here, don't you, people? Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take on this subject just very briefly. What are you finding any material from what's going on in the country right now?
It's well, you know, people.
I mean, there's some stuff going on, Malcolm.
Well, you know, I was raised being down south, you know, and I don't remember the adults talking too much about anything, you know, except, you know, trying to just work all the time and you know, being kind and loving to the kids, and you know, walking and looking after the kids and stuff. But I don't remember any discussions of politics much. But I tell you what, I'm a little bit older and a whole lot dumber. But if you don't know what the hell is going on in this country, one way or the other, and then I'm trying to figure out something that I can sink my teeth into. I just can't swallow it, and I will not swallow it, you know. And so, but I'm chewing on it, and so I'm just trying to keep chewing on it, and do a little bit of traveling and see people how their lives are torn up. I see people are losing their jobs and losing loved ones, and so I'm still trying to figure it out, like most people, you know. And but you know, it affects me. It just yeah, you know. I mean, I don't see how it doesn't affect people, you know, whether it affects their jobs, whether it affects their insurance, whether it affects their health, whether it affects their friends, their children, and I don't know. And but down south, a lot of people, and I don't know, probably some other places too, you know, you don't talk about stuff like that. You whisper in the bedrooms, or you just whisper in the basement, or you keep it close to your vest, and you know, go to the pub or wherever you do, you know. But I'm trying to kind of discern something that is closer to reality and the truth, and not just pure emotionalism and opinion. And I'm still working on that.
All right, great.
Yep.
You coming back? Here?
Where? Here?
Coming back here?
Well, yeah, one of these days, you know. But you know, you got the Black Lilies coming up. I saw that, man.
Yeah.
You know, you guys heard of those guys? They're just soul right there, man. Soul, red-blooded corpuscle soul.
Yep. They're great. They're great. That's Sunday.
And,
Coming up
so I'm
Sunday.
sure y'all, you know, I wish I could be here for that, but I'll be heading back down to the mashed potataville.
Well, man, I want to thank you again for coming out here.
Thank you, Bill. And here at Extended Play Sessions. Right. You guys are loving. I love you guys. Thank you. Bill, thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Connor, roll the credits.